Why did I forget what I was going to say? Why did I forget my train of thought? And there's the pause. People can't expect to have a system that takes the place of time solving a problem for the brain, the body, and especially the mind. There will eventually be a device, most likely, to prove me wrong. And that's okay. But for people who like to be free, the why I forgot and the time it takes to respond doesn't necessarily have to do with someone not knowing psychology or not having the newest psychiatry pill to calm the body, to figure out what needs to get solved now. The brain needs to interact with the body. The mind needs to relax, maybe. Let the mind be calm and let the brain and the body interact. I'm hungry. My stomach, connection. My heart rate's fine. Not too much coffee. I'm a little bit colder. Trying to explain stuff maybe with a little bit more emotion because of the difficulty. Point being, there's not some freakishly difficult now. When the body and the brain and mind figure out why, figure out then how to regain my thinking, how to re-engage my video on stimulus reset and not get totally distracted. And then there's choices to pause the video, to go get food, to hurry up and zoom on to the end of what I'm trying to explain and what I'm trying to think about. There's no way to stop time now, currently. There's no way to speed up time now, currently. There are chemicals that induce adrenaline. There are chemicals that induce slowness, depressive, marijuana, alcohol, stimulant, take a shot, maybe take some meth. The body gets energized, the blood gets flowing, and go, go, go. And there's a feeling and there's a lack of worry. And then the chemicals wear off. The stimulus stops And again, why do I feel how I'm feeling now? Or a different question, why did I just explain more drugs? There's mostly drug stuff in the research. And most importantly, the reset. Finish the stimulus and stop. The stop has all of the opportunity. A person can simply get themselves behaviorally aware, blend in, be hip and cool and awesome. We're here in Seattle, social. More brain, more thinking, maybe even less mind and less brain and just body going to go, meet someone on Tinder. And then some people who go directly for the chemicals. More behavior. Why are you choosing those chemicals? These are better. Don't do drugs. Controlling the person's brain. Forcefully. And then the other option, learning about the stimulus, the more shamanistic kind of thinking. Not deciding on the stimulus to do some creative time travel, imaginary philosophical adventure for 40 years. But to find out the benefits, to find out the negatives, to know about the stimulus. And possibly most importantly of all, the limits for the stimulus. Drinking coffee to start with, reaching the limits and adjusting. And then a person has to respect what they're doing or risk what they can do afterwards. And not only the limits for the substance, but the limits for how much the damage, how much the body can process the damage, how much the brain can take from substances like chemicals from cleaning supplies. And recognizing behavior has benefits. And limits also. Smart people will let time go by just like that drug addict will go above it, go around it, and then land back now. They'll spend $100 a day for 2 weeks. They'll spend a little bit of their stock money in the billions and go buy 4 houses. To have fun in the world they live now. Behavior doesn't solve stimulus. A brain and a body and once in a while a mind also make a person feel better. And so now with this pandemic, coronavirus, and the lack of stimulus available, and the slower pace and the quieter sounds and the less visually bright world, have given the world almost a blessing to start letting the brain and the body work together. Thinking less, and being confused. Not very often. And misdirected almost never. Hearing stimulus and seeing stimulus from the shadows on the wall and the cars outside, and the memories from the restaurants and the people, and the calm. From the small amount of energy spent in this calm, in this peace, and in this kind of living now. The end.